The end is near, my darling. The end is near, my friend. The end is near, my darling. So you better take my hand and then sing this song together. Song about the end. The end is near. The end is near, my friends. Oh yeah.
So, you think you can make it in the world of constructor? Your predecessor wasn't up to the job. You think you can cope with the demands of the city housing authority and the mob, let alone those annoying tenants? What are you doing? Hey, I'll be in hot water if I don't explain some of the basics to you. Your ever-important cursor is controlled by using the left stick. You can push-scroll the map by moving to the sides of the screen. Hey, there's no fooling you, huh, kid? You can move the camera view around using the right stick on its own. Hey, why don't you have a look around now? You can zoom right out by holding R2 and pulling down on the right stick. Well done. Hey, you're not as dumb as you look. You can zoom back in by holding R2 and pushing up on the right stick. This is your HQ, center of all things important. You better protect it like it was one of your own. If this burns down, it'll be curtains for you. But don't worry, we'll dig you a nice grave in the yard. Instead of standing around picking your nose, get going by selecting this guy. Point your cursor at his feet and press the X button. This is your foreman. You'll need him to build your property empire. He'll instruct his own work team to do all the hard work for you while he files the risk assessments. You can move him around by pointing where you want him to go and pressing square.
Righto.
And here they come. Your workers have finally gotten out of bed to do some hard work. Send your foreman to the beacon we've just placed outside the HQ entrance by pointing and pressing the square button. His work team will always tag along.
Righto.
That was a long walk, huh? Every foreman can have a work group of up to 5 workers. If you have a full group, they'll be far more efficient, so you better add 2 more workers to this guy's team. Select the flashing Work Team button and make the group up to 5 workers. Select spare workers on the right to fill the team up to 5, and then choose the flashing Group Selection icon to bring them together. Good job! Hey, you're getting the idea with these flashing icons, huh? Now let's exit this screen. Okay, enough of all this goofing off. It's time to do some building. Let's start by placing your first building site. So let's head on over to the real estate agent. The lumber yard will be your first resource, which is handy for a moron like you. Get it up and running to supply wood for your future buildings. Try finding a legal position to place the site by moving the cursor footprint around. You can tell which land you own because it's glowing your team color. Position the cursor over where you want to build. If the cursor is red, then it's not a legal position. The arrows show which direction the gate will face. Take a look at that! A brand spanking new building site. To view the site, press X while hovering over the footings. To start working on this building, bring your men onto the site. This can be done by simply clicking on the Call Work Team icon. On the other hand, you could just tell your foreman to walk his sorry feet over there. Watch them build. It's a real delight. If these guys keep up their day job, they'll gain experience and become much more reliable. Congratulations! You have finished your first lumberyard. To restock it, move a work team into the building. The lumberyard will be your source of wood for years to come. Press X while hovering over the building foundations, or click the new icon that's appeared on the left-hand side of the screen. To restock this resource, call the work team into the building. Now, let's have you stock the building up to 10 units. To speed up wood production, you can call a second team into the building. Yeah, you made enough of a racket, but now we got enough wood to start building our next property. Go to the real estate agent to see your new choices. There are now more choices of buildings you can create. Click on the Homes icon to see what's new. You now have access to 3 low-grade tenant houses. We want you to build a log cabin that will fit neatly beside your lumberyard. You can change the selected building type using the directional buttons. Press the X button to place the site. Wow, that one squeezed in real nice. Now you need to call a work team to finish the job. If your teams are busy, click on your foreman using X and move him to the site by pointing and clicking square. While people are inside a building, a flag appears outside. You can click on the base of this brown flag using X to select him. Come on, calm down.
Eh? Righto.
Yeah, we should have this new house slapped together in no time. What are you doing? Well done! Your first home has been completed and is ready to be rented out for the first time. Building a variety of houses will expand your choices in the future. Congratulations on your first tenant house, even if it is a bit, drab. To look inside and choose a tenant, hover your pointer over the base of the building and press X. This place is obviously empty. To put a tenant in this house, click on the Appoint Tenant icon. There are 5 levels of tenant, from the riffraff to the upper crust. I'm afraid you're scraping the bottom of the barrel at this stage. Take this iffy-looking pair. They got plenty of money, but they don't breed quickly enough and might damage your property. I think we better use the other couple.
Hey,
These slobs
you.
will do exactly what we need. Breed like rabbits to create extra workers and tenants. They've moved in and made themselves at home.
Don't you love what they've done with the decor?
You can find out what these tenants like and don't like by clicking on their picture. These slobs are the lowest level of tenant you can get. They're good for breeding quickly, are pretty noisy, and can cause problems for their neighbors. But as long as you don't annoy them, they can be fairly self-contained, and they don't expect too much in the way of luxuries.